I got a couple of things to talk about with this real quick. Well, the first thing is that I know y'all got Apple phones. I know y'all got iPhones, but Apple, bro. Now y'all know Xbox has a vision. They have a vision. Their vision is to bring Xbox gaming to every platform they possibly can. That's the Xbox. That includes computers. That includes mobile phones. That includes tablets. That includes anywhere you could grab some kind of Wi-Fi from. Now, with that out the way, Apple was the only ones that they had a problem with the whole Game Pass thing. They wanted to bring Game Pass to everything. They had a problem with the whole Game Pass thing. It's called xCloud. I had xCloud on my phone, and I was able to play whatever game was on xCloud. For some reason, in the Apple Store, you were only allowed to play one game, which was Halo. I think it was it might have been Halo 5. I don't know if it was Halo 5 or Halo the Master Chief Collection, but that's all they allowed them to do. With that out the way, the point of what I'm saying is that they didn't want to invite that Xbox ecosystem into their phone, right? Now throw that shit out the window. The next thing, they threw Epic Games out of their Apple Store or whatever. Like the people that do Fortnite, they're not allowed to. People are not allowed to play that game on Apple phones either because they found out that Epic and them, the people that's in charge of Fortnite, they was making it so that people could pay them money straight up for in-game purchasables instead of having to go through the App Store and Apple where, Apple gets a cut. And when Apple found that out, they're like, all right, well, nobody's playing your game on our shit no more either. So at this point, it looks like all you could play is, Apple games. Like whatever they certify as being playable on the Apple Store, they're saying that that's all you can play. So I want to know what y'all think about that. Being two Apple owners, I want to start with SB.
All right, man. So, for the most part, I agree with what you're saying. Like as a consumer, as a general consumer, personally, for me, I don't care because Apple is a very niche brand, and the reason why so many people have Apple products has more to do with the cool factor than the actual benefits that you get for being an Apple consumer. Because I think if the average consumer went by what they felt, not what they felt, if the average consumer was more logical in their purchases, there'd probably be less people that have Apple products. Like me personally, I have Apple products because they work so seamlessly with each other, and whatever Apple is good at, they're great at. You feel me? Right. But I know and so while I have a lot of loyalty to Apple, I completely feel what you're saying. But personally, I don't care because I don't care for Fortnite. I don't really care about gaming on my phone. And so shit like that doesn't affect me personally. But I could understand how other people would feel about that.
Right.
What SB said.
That's it. That's
I was gonna say, man, honestly, I don't really give a fuck about it. I don't play any type of mobile games on any of my phones. Get that shit the fuck out of here, man.
Oh wow! See, when you first mentioned the whole cash grab thing, the first thing I thought about was not too long ago. I remember hearing about all this loot box shit.
Yeah.
In video games, niggas just getting tired of loot boxes. Why I'm paying X amount of dollars for this game, but everything in the game I have to pay real money for. There's no in-game currency. I can't just whoop ass and get bread in the game to buy this shit. I have to use my debit card to get a new.
Oh yeah, that's bullshit, bro. I agree with you on that.
See, that's what came to my mind because that was a big deal. I even saw some shit where they were trying to ban that.
Yeah.
No more boxes. Unless it's gonna be in-game currency. But you can't just be I think it's kind of corny. You already know companies are gonna do what they got to do to fill their pockets, and I'm not mad at that part. But
yeah,
it does get ridiculous. And then on top of that, you don't even know what you're getting out the loot box. Like it could be a whole bunch of shit you have already. Oh. You just pay $4.99 for gold box, and that comes with some shit you already unlocked playing the game regular. And you were saying something about 2K. What were you saying about 2K?
Well, NBA 2K21, the upcoming NBA 2K21, basically, it's a lot of games these years that's doing free upgrades, right? So if you get the game for PS4, knowing that the PS5 is right behind, there's a few games that's like, it's a good little number. If you buy for PS4, you're going to get the PS5 version for free.
For free? Shit.
Yeah, they're going to have their own way of doing that and shit. Like Madden, I'll mention Madden because that's some shit we go back on. Madden, if you buy Madden, you're going to get the PS5 version of Madden. And all you got it, you're going to get it for free. You don't got to pay for it again when you get your PS5. Now,
is it hard copy or digital? Or either one?
I'm just about positive it's digital.
All right.
You know? So let's say you get the CD, which I suggest you get the CD. Then you put the CD in the thing, and they'll probably, like Nintendo did before. Oh, we see you had Madden 20. Here's your copy of Madden 20. They're
going to give you a code.
Yeah, give you a code or whatever. However that works, but you get it. The difference with 2K is that you got to buy the $100 version to get that next upgrade, right? You got to get the Mamba Forever edition. That's not the only part that annoys me about them. They had to be the motherfuckers to set it off with next generation. There's gonna be their game is gonna cost $70 next generation. They had to be the first niggas to do that. Like, yo, it's a new generation.
Wait,
price
hold on.
Is going up.
Hold on. 2K is doing that, or the console is doing that?
2K.
No, 2K.
Oh shit.
Right now, confirmed is 2K.
Yeah.
Now that's what I was about to get to next. My problem, we kind of spoke about this before, but my problem was, 2K is probably going to get other developers to step up and try to get you to pay for $70, right? But since we kind of spoke about this in another video, on to the next thing. People buy 2K every year to make their mod player. And their mod player, I'm telling you, that's so important to some people that they spend $50 just to upgrade them on day one.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
The niggas want that. Niggas want
day one.
Yeah, niggas want that 90 overall right away.
Exactly. I think the max you could get is an 85 starting off, but you could quickly get to a 90 after that. Now, what 2K is doing this year, not only do you got to buy the $100 version, not only is the game going to cost $70 by itself for next generation, they're tweaking some shit with the My Career on the next generation so that you cannot forward or transfer your mod player from the last generation to your next generation. So that's another game and another $50 to get the 85 overall.
Yeah.
So that's when I asked, how do you feel about?
So they're gonna give you the game for free, but you
go ahead.
Look, it's the same as any other company. Like they're gonna try to. First of all, they're gonna get away with it because it's 2K. Niggas is not gonna not fuck with 2K.
I know. And
you already know niggas is gonna pay that bread to get the coins and to upgrade their players because they want to go to the park with a nigga with a 98 overall to get crazy. Like that's what most niggas get the 2K for. So they getting away with it. So I can't say I'm mad at it because I didn't watch niggas just spend mad bread on that. Like in my face, like I need this. Like I need this. It was like a couple 2Ks ago. Niggas was like, yo, I can't wait to get to this level because you get to ride a skateboard. Like niggas was spending bread just so that my player character could ride a skateboard around. Like so it was like they know they're gonna get away with it. So if they could get if niggas gonna pay the bread, then I don't mind them putting the prices up and having you pay for wild shit. I don't mind it. I get it. Fuck it. I'm gonna milk y'all. Y'all gonna buy it. Y'all gonna play it for a whole year. And y'all gonna put bread into it the entire time. Like, so fuck it. Let's milk y'all.
Yeah, you got a point. YouTube viewers, before y'all scrap me, hold on, SB, I hear you. YouTube viewers, before y'all scrap me, I might be one of those niggas that end up with 2K. I just want to know people's opinion. I ain't said I wasn't gonna get this shit. Now, SB and M14, I just want to say this real quick before SB go. I want y'all to compare the situation. Remember, my whole thing is not the 2K situation. This topic is about how do you feel about gaming companies doing extra shit that they don't have to milk more money out of people. So SB, you know they did that with, you could talk about the Street Fighter shit and all that, and what they did with how you can't really unlock everybody in the game in a time that's acceptable. At M14, if you ever played a game where you had to pay for some shit that you thought that you could have unlocked in game, throw that out. So go ahead, SB.
All right, so yeah, so like I don't want to say I'm somewhere in the middle because I'm not. Yeah. Now, I just think consumers are. I don't want to say consumers are dumb, but consumers are sheep, and these businesses are in the business of making money. Because I don't like none of this stuff, and I don't support any of this stuff, but it doesn't matter what I do if 1 million people support this stuff. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's gonna be big. It's gonna be big whether you like it or not.
Yeah, like voting.
I don't like the practice of them doing that. I hate it. Like, especially because a lot of these companies, they don't the amount of work, like they crank these 2Ks in and out every year. You feel me? It's like, son, what do you like?
And they're not making it much different either.
Yeah. And it's becoming a lot easy. Like, there's still like some difficulties, but making a 2K is way easier, or making like a Call of Duty is way easier than making like a Witcher or God of War. You don't have to. First of all, they got mocap. They be using mocap now. You have computers that are powerful enough to generate 3D images. So like, creating the player models is not as difficult as it is. It's probably not cheap either. Don't get me wrong, but I just feel like the cost analysis. I forgot the exact phrase is gonna be on the screen, but I think the benefit cost analysis, something along those lines. It doesn't add up. Like what you get versus what it is, and just to bring it back,
it never adds up.
Yeah. Just like to bring it back to Street Fighter, like but this has always been Capcom has always done this since Street Fighter 2, mind you. Like when a mainline Street Fighter game comes out, you don't get the best version of that game until the end. So like Capcom kind of ushered this shit in, because remember they had like 5 versions of Street Fighter 2. It's just that it wasn't DLC. You have to buy a whole new game. So Capcom been doing this. Like, actually,
yeah, I guess you're right. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, but like I like games like Tekken. I don't like that they doing that, because Tekken used to have mad characters. Like, you beat the game, you unlock people. You do different stuff, you unlock people. Like, I understand these companies want to make more, like, and it costs to build a character, to build a moveset, all that stuff. It costs bread, right? But I feel like certain things I like to stop, son. I'm not paying for an outfit, son. Why? Like, I don't even understand why people buy like little accessories, like character. I'll let you get away with it.
Wait,
but by the way,
is that something they have in Street Fighter? They have that in Street Fighter where you have to pay for outfits too?
Yeah, you have to pay for all fighting games, pretty much.
Yeah,
well, not all, but most.
They do that shit in Dead by Daylight too.
Yeah, remember? Yeah, Dead by
my opinion. Like, I don't feel like fighting games are worth 60. But if you're gonna make it 60, that shit should come with everything already. All the levels, all the characters, all the skins.
I feel the same way.
Fighting games should come with everything. It should come with everything, because you paying $60 fighting game. Like, I can't even play a fighting game for too long. Fighting games get boring after a while. Like, at least make it to where I have everything and I could just like invite my niggas over and we could just do what we want. Like, you gotta unlock shit and buy shit after already paying $60. Like, I just want to fight and just have niggas. All the bosses, like, let them niggas be available, son. I remember I had
I don't mind unlocking bosses in game, but not paying for no extra characters. Fuck that.
Like I do,
Oh
like
shit.
I get it. Like I'm like, we'll see with fighting games and like certain types of games, I'm in between. Like because like when you develop the game, like first of all, like how Street Fighter V was released, that should never happen. Point blank, period. Never happen. Should never have a bare bones game like that. I mean, never. Period. Like, and like you can, I feel like you.
Wait, what game?
Like,
What game?
Street Fighter V. The way it released was like it was a skeleton, son. It was 16 characters.
Did they have no story or like no
Nah, yeah,
arcade?
they didn't. They didn't have no.
Arcade mode?
They didn't have no. They didn't have no story. Originally, I think it was like it was an arcade mode that they had. They didn't have the story. They released the story like a little after it dropped.
I'm pretty sure the most like popular mode was Versus when it came out. You know
For sure. It was
yeah.
Yo, Street Fighter V was a game made for pro gamers. Like it wasn't made for casual fans. Casual fans who bought it were just Street Fighter fans because it was made for pro gamers. That game was made for pro gamers.
Yeah, definitely.
If I've ever seen one,
I couldn't
that
do
game was made. But like, stop, son. Like, give people like. I don't care if they have DLC characters, but the original roster better be crazy. The DLC characters shouldn't be expensive, and the only thing you should be paying for is DLC characters. You shouldn't be paying for outfits.
Yeah, not skins.
Wrong. Yeah, like come on, son, get out of here with this.
I don't believe you should be paying for levels either. Like I don't.
The only reason why, like,
we should maps.
Yeah, and this
like I like how they did it with Smash. Like you had to like fight a nigga to unlock them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I like that. Some shit like that would be dope.
Yeah, I like that.
But you know what? One thing I will say though, is
that shit is dope.
For Smash, it makes sense because remember, Nintendo games do not depreciate in value as quickly as other systems. Because you look, any other fighting game on the Switch, the price been dropped. Like Smash is the only one that still has its original price. So like they kind of get that money back in people just buying the game in general. Whereas like,
and the way they do that shit is dope.
Yeah,
because they have these like Nintendo Directs where they show you the new characters coming out, and then you get them for free.
Yeah.
Great, but
like that's fire.
But
like,
that's the thing, though.
Hype, and then you get it for free.
It's kind of a trade-off because, like I said, you get a complete game in the beginning, but that complete game is gonna always have the same price. Whereas, like, if you somebody that came into a fighting game late, you can probably buy the game with all the characters for $30. All the hype.
Yeah, I got Street Fighter V brand new for $15, so I was kind of hype about that.
Yeah, so like,
kind of hype about that.
But that's the thing with those games. I don't care. Like, and like I said, fighting games, they still need a lot of. I feel like there's an in between where Smash Brothers is at and where all these other fighting games is at. But 2K, them raising the price is crazy to me. Like, I don't know why they think I don't know why they're doing that. But besides like that, just this cash grab of games needs to stop. And I feel like consumers just have to be smarter.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Somebody said it.
Yeah, what do you call it?
That's the main thing. Because I can't blame the companies if
man, it's up to the consumer.
Like, you can't be mad at the companies.
That's what I'm
saying.
Fool
me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
If you a gamer, if you a serious gamer, do research on your games before you buy it. If they have practices in the game that you don't agree with or you don't fuck with, then don't buy it.
Yeah.
If you don't mind it and you agree to fuck with it, then go ahead and buy it. You know what I mean? It's up to the gamer. Like,
I feel like
I've always been a firm believer in speaking with this. You know what I mean? I speak with, you know what I mean, with the loop.
Sorry, I don't even.
You know what I mean? Like the like for instance, I know Darrell had brought up like you know, a game. I was thinking about a game that had some kind of funny shit. Like my whole thing is like DLC. It's certain games I don't mind DLC. Multiplayer games like Smash Brothers or like I don't know Mario Kart. I don't really mind like multiplayer DLC like buying that, but for single player games, that shit is a dub mostly for me. I didn't buy the DLC for Breath of the Wild. I felt like all that shit should have been in the game. So like I paid my $60 for my Breath of the Wild, and no Nintendo,
How
I
much
did
was the Breath of
not
the Wild
give
DLC?
you 20
Well,
$20.
Kinda. Yeah, I finish what you're saying. I got something.
What is the DLC anyway for Breath of the Wild?
It's a dungeon, right?
It's all right. There's 2 DLCs, and the funny shit is you can't buy one of them. You have to like buy like both. So the first
Sounds like
DLC was like
Nintendo.
a hard mode and some other shit. You can make the Master Sword like the Master Sword in Breath of the Wild has a cooldown. Like you use it and it gets to a point where the power goes away and it has to recharge. Now in the DLC you do some trials and some shit and you'll be able to have like an infinite Master Sword that'll never have to recharge. That's DLC pack number 1. I think DLC pack number 2 had an extra dungeon and some other shit.
See, that's the DLC I hate right there.
Yeah.
Don't give me
Should have
I'm
been in the
not paying
game
for hard
already.
mode. I'm not paying for hard mode.
Yeah.
Thank
the
you. Thank
hard
you.
mode.
The extra dungeon stuff, I
Master
get, son.
mode.
And I know
Fuck
y'all
That's,
heard.
I was about to say, like, I'm not even gonna lie. I kind of would have cop that extra dungeon just to.
Yeah.
Like,
No, that's you know
I,
what's funny? I would have did that too, but it's the fact that they don't make you pay for this shit separately. You gotta buy everything. Like if you want the extra dungeon, you're gonna have to get the hard mode and all that other shit.
I would have wanted that dungeon. I would have wanted that dungeon.
That's another thing that kills me. That season
It's
pass
tempting.
shit, man. But look, I'm gonna give you I can't completely agree with what you're saying them for. Matter of fact, I'm lying. We agree, but we're just looking at it from separate angles because you said you can't you don't like single player DLC, but I think you just don't like BS single player DLC, like what you were saying as far
Matter of
as
fact, no.
a hard
It's
mode.
funny because you're right because I just remember I got that shit for motherfucking Kingdom Hearts 3, the Remind DLC.
Yeah, like yo,
You right. I'm bugging.
I've worn out this game's title more than enough times, but son, The Witcher 3 is DLC done right, son.
Yeah.
The only DLC they charged for was expansions. The expansions were basically like they were both new games, son. Like other series could have got it off as a sequel, son, and you could get both expansions for I think like $15 now.
Yeah.
And all the other DLC that they had was free. Like new character animations was free, hard mode free, different skins free. Everything was free except for those 2 expansion packs that was like 10 to 30 hours extra
the way
each.
you just I'm about to say that the way you describing it, it makes it seem like for what you paying for the DLC on Witcher 3 is like you're getting an extra game.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's like.
And I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's pretty good value, but like an extra dungeon in the game, like you couldn't just have the dungeon in the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, my boy did get Monster Hunter.
I'd rather
Iceborne,
everything be free.
Right?
But that's a different. That's good DLC.
Not one of the best
that's
DLCs
another. That's like another game added on.
Yeah. But like I said,
like as far as Breath of the Wild, like
a dungeon, you can ride a motorcycle. I think it's called the Master Cycle.
See, I heard a lot of good things about Breath of the Wild, and from what people say, there's a lot going on in the game, like just the game itself without the DLC. So if you're gonna,
I don't need the DLC. I put in 350 hours.
So if you're gonna give me my money's worth for the 60, I'm not mad at you. If you want to release a dungeon that I have to pay for, like I'll drop dungeon, $5.99, $6.99 for an extra dungeon, and maybe the Master Sword shit if you include the map shit. But if you're gonna make this shit $20, $30 for hard mode and the extra, you could have just put in the game like that. That's extra.
Yeah,
That's mad extra. Like, give me the extra dungeon. Give me the extra. I'm mad at you. The game was fire. It was action packed. There was a lot going on. It was worth my $60. I'm not mad at the extra dungeon for a few more dollars, but like just don't get crazy with it.
Yeah.
The party going on and on and on. On and on and on. Hey bartender, gotta make this drink more strong. Trying to activate tonight. Nigga turn me to another guy. Woke up to ya, nice to meet ya. Style like a Leah, girl you're more than a woman. Hey, but that bodysuit feature. You a real diva, no Beyonce feature. I'ma need ya. Get up off that ass, let me teach ya. Yeah, you ain't even gotta stunt. I ain't even gonna lie. Bitch, you walk up in the club.